admit to this for a second, but I thought there was going to be impreg for a second. Like, right when they're starting to do, the male lead realizes that he doesn't really have to use lubrication because, like, the main character's producing his own, which is not common for men to do. And I'm sitting there going, wait, is this going to have impreg? Will people leave them alone because they can't have children because the male lead is going to have a kid with the main character because the main character does have the ability, but this ability is giving birth to children even though he's a man? Like, I was starting to think that, but I'm like, no, but I'm not sure. I'm only halfway through the third book, but I'm pretty sure there's no impreg in this one. I'm just overthinking that one little paragraph. I'm just overthinking it. So I am pretty sure there is no impreg. I am pretty sure. So they decide to have a big, huge meeting with everybody who knows the truth and figure out why the Macros is going against the royal family and specifically going against their country, especially since he's supposed to be a good, loyal man. And he's done so much for their country. They want to know why he's doing what he's doing. Well, they kind of figure out. So it was always believed that the Macros' mother was a lower titled noblewoman, which is not true. His mother was a princess from a smaller country, but she wasn't sent to marry the Macros' father, who was actually his stepfather, the original Macros. She was sent to marry the male lead's grandfather as a concubine. Except when she was sent there, she wasn't given the title as concubine and was just used as a royal mistress before the male lead's grandfather got bored of her and tired of her and then sent her to one of his men, which was the Macros' stepfather. Yeah, and she was already pregnant with the Macros at the time, so he's actually not titled for the Macros, but actually a royal child. Yeah, he is actually the male lead's uncle and not just a noble title person. He is actually rightfully the male lead's uncle. Insane, right? No surprise he wouldn't have a hatred towards the royal family. Denied his royal title, and then his mother had been horribly disrespected and sent to one of the, male lead's grandfather's men to be his new plaything. Like, how horrible is that? How disrespectful that is, especially since she was a full-on princess. She was highly disrespected. Then the emperor's mother, remember, the emperor himself is a child born from a concubine. The emperor's mother, she was actually the adopted sister of the Macros, the male lead's uncle. She was actually his adopted sister that he had romantic feelings for and he was in love with. Well, the dead emperor, the male lead's father, took her as his concubine. Took his own brother's lover as his own concubine. So his mom got disrespected by the royal family, wasn't given the title of concubine, but given the title of royal mistress, sent away. Then himself not given the title of prince like he was deserving of. And then the woman he was in love with, even though it was his adopted sister, which is super gross, because again, that is his sister, was taken from him and married into the royal family, but not married as the queen or empress, but just made a concubine. Like, no surprise this man is out for blood. No surprise this man hates his country so much. Every time he turns around, a woman in his life gets disrespected or taken from him. Like, no surprise. Well, they do some checking into the male lead's uncle, the Macros, to see what he's sending to the enemy country, what he's providing them and helping with them. And they find out that it's not iron that he thought it was or material to make weapons. No, he's actually sending the actual people who make the weapons. So blacksmiths or miners, he's kidnapping these people and sending them away. Yeah, he's kidnapping these people and sending them to a Imnis country to be put into servitude to help betray their country. And they kind of get this idea from the past life's brother, who brings up information the past life's father had provided him. And they're like, oh my god, this is bad, this is really bad. This is also when the main character finally finds out that there's a war going on. A war is about to happen between them and their enemy country. Because again, the main character's been kept in dark about this information because again, of his, not having ability and physical strength, and the fact that his family just thought they were going to end up marrying him off to someone. They didn't think of telling him about the war. Yeah, he finally learns about the war that's going to happen. So things are not looking great. Not great at all. They figured whoever's following the Macros's orders, the Melite's uncle's orders, is the same person who was involved all those years ago. That boulder that was placed there that the main character's past self and his living subordinate had to get rid of and destroy to keep the, territory safe. Yeah, they figured the person who transported that item there is the same person transporting and kidnapping the miners and blacksmiths from their country to the Imnis country. Yeah, that same person, the same person who has the same ability as the Melite. Yeah, everything is not looking great. It is a mess. It is not going great for these guys. But at least they now know all the facts.